Hello viewers, I am running out of content to make. It- about 3 days ago, I knew another week was coming up for me to make content, and I told myself that I'm going to recite some poems that I've learned. Fair enough. So today I set up my camera and I was about to start making the video when something crossed my mind, and it was the fact that I could upload I could recite the poems I've learned so far and then upload them on YouTube, only for them to get taken down by YouTube. So I figured, why not check online to see if I can actually do these things before if it is actually permissible. So I went online and I asked about the poems I wrote when they were written, to see if any of them are in the public domain, and most of them are not in the public domain, and as a consequence I'm left without any content to make. However, I still have one that is in the public domain that I can still recite, and is one of my favorite poems, and I will recite it. So I always expected this. I knew a day would come when finding what to turn into content will be difficult, but I know I will still figure it out. Whatever reason, I know that problem will still be surmounted, because I started this channel 5 months ago, and if someone told me that weekly I would be uploading content up to this point, I would. If someone had told me that weekly I would consistently upload content most of the time, I would have told that person, I would have doubted it. Because the way it works is, this week you might have an idea, and then you write that idea down and you said, okay, I'm going to make a video about this, and then you think about next week and there is complete utter void. There is little to no idea on what to upload next week, sometimes, most times for me anyway. But then that's the good thing about creating content, because you have to be creative. So the days leading to when you make a video, you are consistently tasking and challenging your brain and thinking about what to write, and most times I come up with something. So that was what I did this time around. Last week I told myself that, hey, what am I not after I made the video, I relaxed a bit. Maybe 2 days after that, I told myself I knew I have to prepare for this week's video, and there was nothing on my mind. But then when this idea of reciting poems that I've already learned came to my mind, I just shut down. It never occurred to me to properly think it through. I shut down and stopped thinking. I continued with my other activities and was only waiting for today to come so that I would make a video about the poems. So yeah, I shut down completely, and now I don't have any poem to recite. I basically don't have any content to write. But I feel it was because I misstepped. I didn't think through what the idea that came to my mind. And I also had I've run into this issue. The first video I made on YouTube, I've run into this issue either in the first video I made on YouTube or the second video I made on YouTube, because when I uploaded the video with an Eminem's song playing in the background, I got a strike from YouTube. Like, I knew I had to take it down, so I took it down, and then I remade it without the song playing in the background. So that was what occurred to me when I was about to start making this poem. So when I was about to start making this video about the poems, or when I was about making these videos about the poems I've learned so far, reciting the poems I've learned so far. So I'm not going to recite those ones. However, I will recite one that I learned that is in the public domain, Invictus by William Ernest Henley, written in 1875. Hopefully I will get no strike, and then hopefully I will challenge myself more. Hopefully I will task myself to come up with idea of a video to post next week. And this is what I love about making these videos, and it makes you think. you are always in a state of, you're always thinking and you are tasking yourself, and magically ideas come out, when you know that, when you set a deadline. And this made me to remember a post made by Jordan Peterson, either Jordan Peterson or some person in the past, where they said that success is a narrow target. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not sure if this is exactly how he's put it, but hopefully I'll still be able to communicate the thought across. That success is a narrow target, and you need to be precise, and you need to know exactly what you are aiming for in order to hit that target. Otherwise, you will keep shooting shots left, right, and center, and in most cases, you will miss it, because success never comes as chance. Success is never chance. It's never luck. It's when opportunity meets luck, though. So you might have all the luck in the whole world. If you don't really know what you want and be prepared to take advantage of that, it will just pass you by. So yeah, I guess I'm saying that to state that challenging, allowing yourself, allowing your brain to setting a target for your brain, and allowing yourself that adrenaline allowing yourself that adrenaline rush when your deadline is fast approaching is one way of being creative, because you know that this is the deadline and I have to meet up with this deadline if I'm going to be able to hit this narrow target of success, which is exactly what I'm doing in this video. So I'm going to recite the poem by Invictus, the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley, written in 1875. And this was the first poem I learned, I believe the first poem I learned, funny enough, and I loved it. So I'm going to start now. Out of the night that covers me black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the felt clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the years, and yet the menace of the years. And yet beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horrors of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. That's basically the poem. So thank you. When I do listen to this, one thing I've learned from these poems is that my own poems, the poems I write, the poems I write are verbose, if that works. It is wordy. Let me use wordy. let me use wordy. The poems I write are wordy, and there are lots. I over-explain them to a degree. I feel I over-explain them, because when I listen to something as neat and well written as this poem, even though it could be that in the poet's eye, the person who wrote this poem, in William's eyes, when he was writing this, it might not have been the best of poem for him at the moment. He might have felt the need to remove some part of it or not. But again, what I'm trying to say is that even in his eyes, it might be imperfect. But to my eyes, this poem this Invictus by William Ernest Henley is as neat a poem can come. Is as neat as a poem can come. So yeah, my purpose now is to write poems that are neat, that are straight, using simple languages, using simple languages and trying to make them combining simple languages and trying to bring out the flavor in them. That is something I have to work on, and it hasn't been easy in so far as I have been trying. However, I wrote a poem the other time, but I'm not, I don't know when I would post it, but hopefully sometime in the future. And it felt nice. The words were more relaxing, the words were more at ease, and I figured if I need to toe along that path more, because yeah, I sometimes use heavy terms to my mind. I don't know, when I write them I just allow myself to write, but I figured these terms are too heavy for a poem. Other times I feel other times I feel like I explain them a lot. Other times I feel I don't explain them enough, that they are vague. So but I learn from these experiences. I learn from these, and if I don't write them, I wouldn't be able to pick up these mistakes. So I will keep writing them in spite of how imperfect they are, and I believe in so far as I keep trying, that one day I'm going to become a better writer of poems. I'm going to definitely improve. So I think that's the video for today, and I hope you have a nice day.